like we always do about this time. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in tune to the Know It All podcast. And of course, you got the usual suspects here. I'm here with my man, Tate Boy Fresh. What's poppin', Tate? How you doing, man?
Mom, what's happening, man? Just celebrating. Well, and a little bit disappointed. And the Steelers lost yesterday, but my Buckeyes came back, directly after the first game. The second game got me right again. So, shout out to Ohio State for taking their business yesterday and, just ready to it's all the football that it was yesterday with Big G. And today, of course.
Of course. We got to get into it. And I definitely know what it's like. Tate, you might want to modify your microphone for a second. But I definitely know how that feeling is. I mean, honestly, I'm a Cowboy fan, so totally know what that is. Tate, Big G, holla at me, man.
You see what time it is, Ma. The people in the live chat see what time it is. Last I heard, somebody told me it was a scarlet out somewhere in the vicinity of, Columbus, Ohio. And, how we get out and throw big things down here. We appreciate all those people that hated on us and showed up with that big zesty orange all in the crowd for the game, thinking that they was going to take over my squad's stadium. It wasn't happening. They was up out of there 21-0. They was ready. They was barreling to the Exorcist. Get them out of here. Get Tennessee and the SEC. Get them gone. And let's go Bucks. That's all I got to say right now. And let's go Bucks.
Let's go Bucks. All right. Yeah. Well, make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook and on Twitch so that when we go live, you'll definitely get those notifications.
Ma getting a big fine because this microphone just went straight dead, Tate. Yeah, your microphone, that's a fine. that's a straight fine. Yo, you big fine. Tate, R2D2. R2D2, that's a big fine. Big fine. Super fine. Hey, y'all now. There you go.
Are we good? Too loud in my ear. So definitely make sure that you smash those like buttons so that when we go live, you'll definitely get those notifications. And we are live on Twitch. We are live. Well, we go. We're now posting our shorts on YouTube and posting our shorts on the Tick of the Talk, which may be gone in January. But then what's
it all about?
We'll talk about that later. The government, but Trump say he's gonna save it. But Lemonade is definitely gonna be available. But before we get to going into sports and culture like we always do, let's get it cracking. We are back. B-Dirt, I want to tell you, man, next week's show, what you're going to see me show up in a Bengals hat. It is ordered. It is on the way. I will pay my debt to B-Dirt Society and the Cincinnati Bengals. And before we even get into college football and NFL football, that game is, something I just didn't invest my feelings in, but I put my mouth on it, so I gotta pay.
Whoa!
Yeah, hit him, Tate, hit him.
Yeah,
clip and cut.
Listen,
definitely, we getting a short out of that.
Oh yes, sir.
Listen, again, before my immature co-host went and blabbed the whole thing is immature. It's like I work with 13-year-old kids. I want to say, B-Dirt, I went ahead and I took the bet I bought the hat, and I will be in the hat representing the Bengals next week on the show after Christmas. We're hoping that you and yours do have a really good Christmas. It's really the holiday season. It has snuck up on us, man. I mean, and Mod's moment, I got some stuff to say about that. But I will say this, honestly, from all of the know-it-alls, from myself, from G, and from Tate, we wish you and yours a Merry Christmas, and we hope you guys get together with family and y'all do what y'all gonna do. Let me ask Tate, what are your plans for Christmas?
Watching the Steelers and the Chiefs game.
Facts.
Y'all cooking anything?
I will. I'm going to my sister's house for brunch, man. Brunch and gifts for the kids.
You know what's crazy? This is the first year I'm doing brunch. I'm actually cooking brunch with my mom and my sister, and I'm looking forward to it. I've never done this before, so this is a new thing.
Yeah, brunch been a thing for us for about 7-8 years now. My sister, I host Thanksgiving. My sister hosts Christmas Day brunch because the kids, and they open their gifts, and my brother-in-law and his mom and sister and her husband. So his family come, and me and my wife, and my mom is there. My mom had been here for the first 2 months. Got the hospital. She's been over there for about almost 2 weeks now. So she's over there, and we all get together. My niece, who just got engaged, her fiance will be there. So just a family thing. I said you got me from 10:30 till 4:30. As long as you got Netflix, and I know you do, we can watch the game. I'm out of there before it get dark. So I can come home and eat the dinner. My wife gonna have prepared some prime ribs, some mac and cheese, some greens. So I probably won't eat a lot that evening, just a little bit. But then I'm set up for the next couple of days of football.
The foosball. Big G, what you doing? I know it's going down over there at your crib.
Man, my wife had me in them streets today, and we hit every store in America, getting everything we needed to get food-wise and preparation. We tailgating it, y'all. I mean, we always do the Christmas Eve where we do the gifts and everything, and matching pajamas and post the pictures all on different social medias. But this year, because of football and family and friends, we're doing a big tailgate, man. We're doing sliders, different types of dips, different type of wings. We're going to tailgate it, man.
Tailgate food. You're not going outside in the driveway.
Bro, I'm going to be in the driveway with the grilling.
Oh,
they want grill. They want grill. They grilling. So I got to put a steak on the grill for my wife. I got to put all the wings on the grill, and they want them twice. When they want them done and then dipped with the sauce and then thrown back on the grill. So I got to do all of that. But it's a tailgate Christmas, man.
You got to be at least part way in the garage. You ain't just out in the driveway.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. It's cold out there, bro. It's cold.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, it's got to be outside. But Tate, you right. It's about 4 feet. It's about maybe just enough to keep the smoke from going all out into the atmosphere.
Right.
But I'm gonna be out there.
That hawk is different. That hawk is different up in the Middle East, boy. It's different, and it's different. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and get to it, man. We're gonna tap in. A lot of good college games. Didn't pay attention to these other bowls when it started. I just had to lock in, man. First ball game we want to talk about: Indiana Notre Dame. Who was excited about that? Now, we talked about this game and how it was going to be. But before we even, I think I need to pull back. Indiana and SMU didn't need to be in this tournament.
Facts.
They didn't need to be in this tournament.
Facts.
Did not need to be in the tournament. But they, we talked about this, and we talked about if records matter, right? Then the strength of schedule needs to matter.
Facts.
If it doesn't matter, we need to play cupcakes all year and then play your division schedule.
Facts.
Because honestly, you get punished for having more losses on your record, but actually playing better teams. How you feel about this, Big G? Talk to me.
I've been saying it all along. I think that there's going to be major changes moving forward with the format. And I think one of the things they're going to lean on heavily is the strength of schedule. I mean, in my opinion, the 4 best teams should have got a bye regardless if you win your conference or not. Now, I understand that they did it fairly because you'll leave the little brother out and all what else. But we saw, realistically, in all 4 of the first round games, who was the real deal and who wasn't. There was no game that was actually close. You know, we'll get to it. You know what happened in Columbus, Ohio. And that was supposed to be the SEC's 3rd best team? No freaking way that was the SEC's 3rd best team. Because the problem is this. When you don't go off a strength of schedule and you have schedules that there's no longer divisions within the conference, you have weighted schedules where teams don't play everybody that you're supposed to. So you unfairly get teams where they win a bunch of games and they don't necessarily look like the best team. SMU clearly missed a bunch of the good teams in the ACC. Indiana clearly missed a bunch of the good teams in the Big Ten. Clemson lightweight missed a bunch of the good teams in the ACC. So you're seeing it. Cream rises to the top. And that strength of schedule to me matters for everything, bro. Because without it, I mean, you're gonna see this every year. Teams get dusted in the first round every year.
And that doesn't make for good TV. Tate, talk to me, man. How you feeling? How you feeling about Indiana and SMU being in these games?
About to get the big fine too, back to back. I seen them lips chopping.
I said I'm perfectly okay with it, man. I mean, because you get teams in the tournament and they make a strong run. I'm talking about the NCAA basketball tournament. I've seen George Mason go to the Final Four.
Facts.
I've seen VCU go to the Final Four. I've seen other teams make a run. So these teams was on their schedule. Their schedule wasn't made up the year before they decided to go to 12 teams. The schedule been made up.
I have an input though. There is I think they call it RPI, which in the tournament to make it, you've got to have a good one, which means that you played a good schedule through the year. And that RPI, unless you're the conference champion, that RPI will get you into the actual tournament. So what we're saying, strength of schedule does matter, even in basketball.
Nah, you can. Well, yeah, you can, but still, the little guys get in. I don't have any problem. Alabama wanted to get in. They should have won one more game. If South Carolina wanted to get in, they should have won one more game. Now, I think Indiana, the Hoosiers may been a bit fugazi, but they went 11-1, played their Big Ten schedule. Only loss was to Ohio State. They did what they had to do. They shouldn't be punished for that. Alabama didn't do what they were supposed to do with the SEC schedule. They didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Brother Manny, you had a good idea. He said they should include knockout rounds to give chance to play or qualify.
The one takeaway I had, and I agree, Big G said it earlier, not earlier today, earlier in a previous show. When you play a team, head to head should matter.
Yeah.
Your matchups against other potential playoff teams should matter.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that. Only thing I would change is make head to head matter. Not so much worry about strength of schedule. Everybody got to play somebody. You know the conference champ's gonna get in. You want to guarantee in, win your conference championship. Everybody's playing under the same rules, and I think they should reseed the teams after the first round. So and this round, Oregon should be playing Ohio State. We know Oregon should be playing the easiest team out of the 8 in the tournament. They should probably be playing Boise State.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. They should rank them according to how they finished in the poll.
1 through 12. 1
through 12, and then the only way a team gets in from an upset standpoint is like how Clemson got snuck in, and with them winning the ACC championship.
And that happens in basketball. Like there's so many spots. If you get upset and you lose your conference tournament and you was undefeated through the whole regular season of your conference, and you lose that conference tournament game, that team get in because that's the rule.
Facts.
You might be on the bubble. So hey, Alabama, South Carolina, all other teams y'all thought should have made it, they was on bubble teams that didn't control their own destiny. What do you say, Big G? Adios, muchachos.
Gone.
I get it.
No.
I totally get it, but I'm gonna answer the question honestly. Alabama beat SMU in Indiana.
They beat the brake shoes off of both of them. Alabama would have whooped Clemson, SMU. Alabama would have whooped Tennessee. Matter of fact, all 4 teams that lost, Bama would have beat them. All 4 teams that lost, South Carolina would have beat them. They'd have beat them.
So then my point is that those are the 2 teams, and it's just
okay. Big G, would Michigan have beat all those teams?
No,
they would. If they played the way they played at the end of the season, they would have beat all those teams. Now you say, 7-4, Michigan should get in the playoffs. They was the best team by the eye test.
Yeah, they were 6, but Michigan was 6-5. They didn't have a team like SMU played at a different location would have ran through them. Same difference with Clemson. At a different location, they would have beat Michigan. But South Carolina, no. Alabama, Heck, I'm almost willing to say this. Miami would have gave a better game than SMU would have. Miami, I'm telling you what, Miami would have gave a better game.
I think
Cam Ward would have played a better game.
Maybe they still would have had to go up to Happy Valley and play that game in Happy Valley. Yeah, I mean, and they to me SMU was better than Miami. They showed me more, and they had a better record.
And the thing about it, so let's talk about that SMU Penn State game. The thing about SMU is their defense showed up. Their defense bowed up for real. It was the court. I mean, listen, I hate to say this, but the game was bigger than the quarterback. What's his last name? Jefferson?
Jenkins.
Jennings.
I'm sorry, Jennings.
Game was way bigger than Kevin Jennings. Game was game was up here. He was still trying to play high school football. And it showed. You know what I'm saying? And
you're right.
Abdul Carter is him. You know what I'm saying? He's him. He's him for real.
Bro, you're right. But what I was telling you all along, you didn't believe me. I know Tate believed me. Bro, when you from the South and you got to come up and face this, you ain't ready for it, bro. And look, SMU look cold.
Nah,
SMU looked like they was froze solid.
Their defense showed up, Big G. The only thing, it showed up. When your quarterback makes the dumb mistakes like he was making, I mean, he made dumb mistakes. Penn State's offense didn't score until you left that defense on the field as long as you did. Then it was different.
They was out
there.
But
that's why it's a different brand of ball up here, man.
Yeah,
the elements is a factor. You recruit different, you play different, you train different than you do in the South where you get warm all year round or out in California and all that, man.
It's not warm all year round. I mean, it just don't get that frigid all the time.
That's what we talking
about.
Tate.
This the same guy that just told us a second ago he gonna turn on the air conditioning. it's 3 days to Christmas, and you talking about the air conditioning? Yeah. Brother, bro.
But I dare you to turn the air conditioning on. Tomorrow's gonna be cold. But it never gets that cold.
What's cold? Cold relative. Cold to you might be 40 degrees.
No, cold is when we get in the 30s, low 30s, 20s. That's cold.
That ain't dog. That feel good for us.
And get this.
No, that's cold, but you ain't out playing football. And that's at nighttime. The temperature drop at 11 o'clock at night.
They played football in it. It was what 40 degrees, and they played state championships yesterday. And
40 degrees ain't feels like 10 degrees.
Bro, I played a high school state semifinal game in 1990. High school state semi, it was 10 degrees, and with the wind chill, it felt like -2.
Okay, so
it sleeted.
What we're not gonna do is argue about the fact that it's colder and it's hard to play in those type of elements. My point about SMU was the quarterback wasn't ready for that game. Clearly, he didn't have it. But
what about Nico? Was he ready?
No.
Okay.
It was
running
cold, bro.
the running back. I mean, they ain't playing Tennessee. They get just as cold, bro. Like it ain't.
No,
just,
they don't.
They don't get just as
No,
cold.
they
get
don't.
cold in
No, that's
Tennessee, man. What you
Knoxville.
talking about?
No, bro, they don't understand the chicken hawk that's waiting for you, bro.
Yeah, no.
The chicken hawk is a whole different ball game.
It's a different heaven. But like I said,
cross over Cincinnati, it gets, man, you hit.
Like
I
I said,
Cincinnati North, you in trouble.
The pass that he made when he ran for the first down, he had already ran for it. Instead of
Jenkins,
Jennings.
And
he threw it. He should have never did. You live to play another day. You get the first down and you move your team. Then the interception he threw over the top of his running back's head. You know, he just was not ready, man. He threw 4 interceptions actually. Yes,
bro,
two pick sixes. Two pick sixes. He need to go to prayer service with Jameis.
That's crazy. Hey, but listen. But when it came time and it got colder, that big boy ball came out in Penn State, bro. They just willingly just ran the ball straight down the field on them boys, man.
It did.
Allen and Singleton was killing them boys. They couldn't stop them.
So let me ask y'all, how do you think Notre Dame look?
They're gonna beat Georgia. They're gonna beat Georgia.
Big boy ball. They for real. But I said it 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago.
They gonna do what the Longhorns couldn't do.
Notre Dame, big boy ball.
Yeah, it's a backup quarterback down there in Georgia.
Stop.
Yeah, so they're going to be playing with the backup and against the backup. But I could tell you one thing, that's going to be a good game. That's going to be at Big G to take a page and what he loves saying. That's going to be a game that's played in the phone booth.
Yeah,
they are going to swing, and it's just going to be a whole bunch of punches, and ain't nobody. Remember on Creed when they both put their foot in the tire and was like, you can't take your foot out the tire? That's what that game's going to be. That's what that game's going to be.
Cignetti wasn't ready for Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman is probably a top 10 college coach. But the issue is when he goes down to Georgia, when they play in New Orleans in the Sugar Dome, and in the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. So in the Sugar Dome, yeah, but that's what it is.
Hey, that's Mad Max in the Terror Dome.
That's the Sugar Dome, right? So they play down there. So when the game is jumping, you know, the Georgia fans travel well. But the issue is on that fast track, defensive have advantage because they can move real fast. But Notre Dame got some big boys, NFL type players all across that defense. And I don't think Georgia's got a deep threat. I really don't believe it. I think they are missing Bowers. They are missing all those weapons they had in Mount Washington. They're missing those dudes.
Yeah.
And without Beck, this is going to be mano-a-mano. Let's see who's tougher. And I think Notre Dame gonna get nice with them.
Right. That defense of Georgia is still they're really, really good. The two ends are both going to go get some money. They playing for a check.
Notre Dame got 2 NFL first round draft pick tackles though.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm saying it's going to be a good one. I agree with you guys. I think Notre Dame's going to beat Georgia. Boise, Penn State. Tate, who you got in that game?
I got Penn State.
Yeah.
Not even close. Give me right. I don't know what the line is. I know Ohio State favored over Oregon by 1.5. I don't know the line on Penn State, Boise, but give me Penn State by 6.5. Easy.
No, the portal applies to all leagues, and we're going to talk about the portal here in just a minute. Yeah. So you got Notre Dame easy. What about you, G?
Notre Dame gonna dust off Georgia and Penn State.
I just said Penn State. I thought we were talking about Penn State.
Yeah,
I got Georgia. I mean Notre Dame and Penn State.
I'm sorry, Boise. Will you say Boise, Penn State?
Listen, bro.
Penn State.
Penn State and Tate, you probably gonna clip me on this for what I say. Penn State is about to get sexual with Boise. They about to get, like I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be some problems. It's gonna all they got is Genty. That's all they have. And so Penn State is gonna play 6 and 7 in the box. Abdul Carter is just gonna come downhill killing them The middle linebacker is going to literally try to decapitate Genty. And then Boise don't have no trenches to stop Penn State's running game. I promise you, both Penn State running backs is going for 100 yards.
And Abdul Carter going to have his way.
Yeah, both Penn State running backs is getting 100. Both of them. Because they don't have no trenches. They running downhill on them boys, bro. Downhill. The quarterback going to have to only throw for about 150. And they still going to win by at least 2 touchdowns. They going to blow them out, bro. They're going to dust them off.
Well, you know, Boise has the number 4 offense in the tournament, right? So, and I mean, Penn State has the number 8 defense. So
I bet corner time, Boise don't get 275 total yards against Penn State.
I ain't doing that.
I'll bet anybody out there want to bet it. They ain't getting 275. That's what I'm talking about, Quad. That's what I'm talking about, Quad. Quad know what time it is. They're going to get sexual. It's going to get ugly. I'm talking about it's going to get ugly, like fast.
Unbelievable.
It is. I'm
telling
you.
And with that, you guys, we're going to go to our first commercial break. Definitely. G, take us to a commercial, man.
Man, thank all you guys for rocking with us on a Sunday on the KnoItAllz podcast. Man, wherever you get your audio podcasts, Google, Apple, and or Spotify, make sure you check out the audio version of the KnoItAllz podcast on Fans First Sports Network. If you're watching us live on YouTube, we got to take a pause for the cause, pay some bills, and we'll be right back with the KnoItAllz podcast.
And we are back. Big G, man. Let's do this, dog. Hey, everybody who is in the chat and everybody who is watching us, make sure that you hit that like button so that people will know that you are here, and make sure that you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Big G, man. Tennessee, Ohio State. Listen, Linda, listen. They took them to the woodshed. You were at the game. Talk to us a little bit about what you saw, man.
A total beatdown. A total beatdown is what I saw. Let me tell y'all something, man. The Tennessee fans invaded Columbus, Ohio, like they own the city. We all know what happened. We know that those season tickets was leaked out early, the code for it. We know they tried to fill out the stadium and make it look like it was an orange out and all whatever else. But when I'm telling you, them scarlet lights got to pumping, and it got, listen, it was so ridiculous early. And you really could see that Tennessee didn't really want to be there. They was all out in pregame warm-ups, didn't have no shirts on and all, like the cold ain't bothering us. Bruh, by the time they came out and them Buckeye boys ran up that tunnel, it was over from the kickoff. It was over from the kickoff. When Will Howard hit Jeremiah Smith, and you talk about who's him. When Will Howard hit Jeremiah for that first one, it was over. It was over, bruh. And when I'm telling you they have so many weapons, it's ridiculous, man.
Hey, Big G. 2 things regarding some you said and some I said. So the other day on the homies, we talked about the game. I said Ohio State had to get their playmakers involved.
Yep.
Henderson had 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
The other running back,
Jenkins
got 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Your boy Jeremiah got 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Will Howard came to play. So get your playmakers the ball, play to your strength. The passing game, explosive running game, you got to get explosive plays. They did that. Now to what you said, and I'm still not agreeing with you 100%, but I'm a little more on board. You said Jeremiah Smith might be the best freshman ever.
Himothy.
I don't necessarily agree all the way with that, but he's definitely the best freshman wide receiver ever.
He's a dog. He's a dog.
So
He's different, man.
I just wanted to agree with you.
Hey, but listen, the offense, you right. The offense handled their business. But what the difference was that defense, dog. Them boys, when I'm telling you they tried to kill Nico on the first, he quit. Nico wasn't ready to play out there after he got cracked. Now I found out later on that the boy had a big seismic shift crack in his helmet because they laid him out. But the little bitty running back they had, Dallin Sampson, was the SEC Player of the Year. The SEC need to be ashamed of themselves. That boy, man, that boy little. That boy about 5'9", about 195 pounds. And on that first series, Jack Sawyer, Tyleek Williams, and Cody Simon laid his behind out, and he wasn't ready. He was over there talking about, I got a hamstring injury, and they put him all on the bicycle and trying to run around and all.
Wasn't his hamstring, it was his shoulder.
Bro, he got cracked, and he wasn't ready for that punishment. That's what was going on out there, bro.
Hey,
the punishment was real.
And Big G, and that punishment in that cold feel different too.
Oh my God, they wasn't ready for it.
That I can tell you.
They wasn't ready.
Yeah,
Nico,
I think the coldest weather I've ever seen was -10, and we had to play, and it was it was warm earlier, so it was freezing rain that was coming down on us, and then it started becoming snow, and it was a whole nother different thing. And you don't like getting lit up in that because you feel it more. But talk to me, man. How'd you feel about this game yesterday and watching this game?
Well, it kind of was a good game to watch after watching a terrible Steelers loss, like I said earlier. But man, they just did the first thing I said. I'm sitting there looking at the game with my wife. I said, see, this what they're supposed to be doing against Michigan.
That's facts.
Exactly what they're supposed to be doing against Michigan, and not trying to say we can beat you at your own game, Michigan. We're gonna pound the ball, we're gonna keep it close, we're gonna put our foot in the tire, like you said, Ma. We're gonna go toe to toe. Nah, we sticking and moving. That's what you're supposed to do. That's your strength. If I'm a boxer that's skilled and can stick and move and make you miss and tag you and score points, that's what I'm supposed to do. You're supposed to stick and move, hit big plays and score points. You had got Michigan down 17-3. It was over in the first quarter, if that's how you attack the game. So they just did what they're supposed to do. That's all. They ain't do nothing special, but what they're supposed to do.
Like it. I think Will Howard, to your point, played the best game of the year. That's the best game I've ever seen him play. He really, really played good.
And I agree with you. And it was a freight train roll until he threw that first interception. But really, that was a pass interference because the Tennessee guy ran through. Jeremiah Smith was about to get his second touchdown earlier than he get the second one. He had another one. If it wasn't for that, it would have been 28 zip, and the train would have been really rolling.
Yeah, he's uncheckable. You need to double cover that man all the time. He's unguardable with one guy. Go ahead, G.
Jeremiah actually caught the football. The issue is he didn't get a foot down. Based on how he had the possession in his hand with the one hand, even though he got tackled, he caught that football. So if he had a foot down and caught the ball like how he caught it, 6. But he got tackled straight up PI, and then it was controversial, on all whatever else, man. Because in college, you don't have to have possession through the catch. In college, all you got to do is have the ball with a foot in, and that's it. So that would have been another electrifying touchdown. Dog, I keep trying to tell y'all, Jeremiah Smith is a straight up dog. There ain't nobody. Listen. I was telling Maude earlier. I seen Megatron in real life. I seen Herman Moore in real life. Bro, he different. This boy is different. So Tate and Maude, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That game plan that they played against Tennessee, was really the game plan for Michigan. You ain't seen Ryan Day do nothing yet. Ryan Day about to dial it up against Oregon. He gonna dial it up for real. Because they're gonna try to take Jeremiah away from us. And guess who gonna get it? Tate, Ennis, Abuka. We got too many dudes. We got too many dudes.
I love my brother. Because 1 week he wants to assassinate and unalive Ryan Day. The next week,
I never wanted to assassinate him. Yeah. But I wanted his garbage bags packed for about 35 minutes.
and they still might be packed. But if you know you coaching for your job, you put your best foot forward. That's what he did. He's an offensive coach. He played offensive ball, and he let Jim Knowles go ahead and worry about that defense. And that's how it went down.
Yeah, I totally agree,
bro. I think we got the best defense in the country. I think we got the best defense in the country.
I mean,
that was the third best SEC team, and they was on the struggle bus till they got 17. Let's
put it in perspective. Ohio State is ranked number 1 in total defense coming into this tournament, and the team that's ranked right behind them is that DKR yesterday. So I think if you ask me, those are the best 2 rosters.
What's DKR?
Darrell K. Royal.
Darrell K. Royal Stadium,
and it's where the Longhorns play.
The 40 acres.
Yeah. If you ask me, Ohio State, Texas have the best 2 rosters left, right? We got the best 2 rosters left, and I really believe that, those are the best. It would be nice if we were on different sides of the bracket.
That's where the reseeding comes in at. Ohio State shouldn't play Oregon the second game and Texas the third game. Them teams should be set up to where everybody meet in the Final Four.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Anything else that y'all want to add on Ohio State before we get to the Texas game?
Bro, I'm just gonna tell you, I got a couple corner time bets out there, and they was telling me that, and I already done said it, the national championship game is gonna be SEC versus Big Ten. It's already set up like that. Unless Notre Dame just beats the brake shoes off of Georgia, that's the national championship game. So, and if it's not the SEC versus the Big Ten, it better be one of them. It'll be the Big Ten or the SEC versus Notre Dame. That's the national championship game. So
we'll come to that bridge when we come to it. But I think Notre Dame's gonna take that side of the bracket, and I just think that bracket is so it's bottom heavy at the bottom. I mean it's real loose at the bottom. And there ain't a whole bunch of it should be another powerhouse team down there at the bottom of that bracket. The seeding was off, and I agree with Tate that we need to reseed so that
every round.
Yeah, we need to reseed so everything would be, hey, we're really playing for a real championship. But
Mark, can I ask you a question though?
Go ahead.
Was that the third best SEC team?
No, absolutely not. South Carolina deserved that.
That's my point.
Yeah. South Carolina deserved that.
But they didn't have a better record than Tennessee in the same conference, though.
They didn't. You're right, Tate. You got to win the games in front of you, But again, like I'm saying, if that matters, strength of schedule should matter. Mm-hmm. If W's and L's matter, then strength of schedule should matter.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Total
110%. Yeah, it's no other way to look at that. You know what I'm saying? So, down here at DKR, it got into the 40s last night. While the game was being played, but really,
it's not even necessary to say that, man. That's nice weather. He's in the got into the 40s.
It got into the 40s. Yeah, the game. I'm going to tell you something. When it comes down to it, the game was literally getting ran away with. We were up 21 points, and then Pete did what Pete does. I'm going to tell you something about my team. I'm not just going to sit here and sing. We won, and I'm definitely glad with that win. But I pick it apart, and I said this on the podcast, the Horns and Son. Listen, Pete and Sark are the same dude. They're very passive in the way that they do things. They don't want to just beat you and punish you. They just want to beat you. And once they beat you or they're ahead of you, at that point, what they start doing is putting it on cruise control. And when you play football, any coach, if you watch a lot of football, when you jump in prevent defense, it does what?
Prevents you from winning.
It prevents you from winning. And when you get in shell coverage and you expect your guys to beat their man every play, all you're doing at that place and everything you're doing at that place is allowing that team, especially if they have a good quarterback, to get back in the game. And that's what they did. Cade Klubnik is actually going to be a really good quarterback next year.
That's facts.
A really good quarterback next year. And probably be one of the top ones selected in the draft. But
there's really good quarterbacks next year, Ma. Really good.
Yeah. And like I said, when it comes down to running, you running games up front, on your defense. Even you got studs along your defensive line. You run games, twists, turns. Also, you simulate blitzes. You send blitzes from the corner, the safety. And when we were doing that, guess what happened to Cade? He was being sacked. He was throwing the ball away. You know what I'm saying? They weren't doing anything with the offensively where it's no. But right after that, looked like Josh Allen hurt his hand, you guys. Right after that, what ended up happening was he stopped. He started sitting back in coverage and saying, my guys are better than your guys, and we're going to win. And you don't win like that. You don't win like that.
Bro, I got a question, man, because I'm going to tell you. I think you guys have the best offensive line in the country. I really do believe that. And I think it showed by your ability to run the ball and dominate Clemson, who's an ACC power in the trenches. But something wrong with Ewers. And I don't think Ewers can do it, bro. Something's wrong with him. Because he looked big trash yesterday.
No, I mean, he actually looked decent. He actually looked decent throughout the game. He really did. He looked decent. It was probably one of the better games that he played against stiffer competition. But the hardest thing with Ewers is, like I told you, he is definitely not trying to do too much, but he's literally trying to keep Arch off the field. That's and he's playing with that type of pressure on him. And I'm trying to make sure I do this. I'm trying to make sure I do that. I'm gonna tell you, it's not for the faint. It's not for the faint of heart. And literally, I keep saying all this time, and Thomas is watching, so Thomas will know what I'm saying. I keep saying, man, look, you need to talk to Major Applewhite. You need to talk to Chris Sims. You need to put them all four of them guys in the room. Arch Manning, Ewers, Chris Sims, and Major Applewhite. He'll tell them how to manage. They'll tell them how to manage this, right? You shouldn't be trying to chase a ghost, and you shouldn't be allowing yourself to be put in a position to where you're pressing and you're putting your team in bad places, right? So all that said and done, Ewers is going to be okay. Do I think he can win another one? Do I think he can win a national championship? I don't know. I'm not convinced, G. I'm not convinced that he can win another one.
I saw him, thanks B Dirt. I saw him live and in person against the Michigan Wolverines. I saw it. I was there. And the guy that I saw play against the Michigan Wolverines is not the guy who's playing right now. Something has happened to him, maybe physically. I don't even know if it's mentally. Because he was 17 to 24 for 202 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. That wasn't the Quinn Ewers that I saw against Michigan. Quinn Ewers lit Michigan up like a Christmas tree. So I don't know. I mean, the running game has appeared to look better because I think the offensive line has gotten better. But the guy that I saw in Ann Arbor is not the guy that was in Austin yesterday. That ain't the same guy. So that's my concern. And I think something's wrong with him. And it might be physically. But you're not going to win with that against a better team. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. You got to have a 250 plus 3 touchdown performance out of your quarterback as the competition gets better. And that Ewers yesterday, nah, bro. He was on a struggle bus. He didn't hit no deep routes. He got one or two nice little passes. Outside of that, no. That didn't look like Ewers that played against Michigan, at least in my view.
Yeah. I will agree, and I'll say that he's going to have to do something better. He's going to have to do some stuff better. He literally is. He's going to have to be better in order for us to win it all. And that's all I have about the Texas game. So now we have the matchups. Ohio State versus Oregon. Arizona State versus Texas.
Yep.
Boise State versus Penn State, and Georgia versus Notre Dame. Chat, tell me which game you guys are more interested in seeing, and also talk to me and let us know who you think is going to win these games. So again, we got Ohio State versus Oregon, Arizona State versus Texas, Notre Dame versus Georgia, and Boise State versus Penn State. Tell me who you think can win each game, and which is the one y'all are looking forward to seeing the most. If you ask me, I think, hey, Ohio State, Oregon is going to be the game of the week. And when is that going to take place, by the way? Y'all playing on the first two?
New Year's Day in Pasadena, California, the Rose Bowl.
Are y'all playing in front of us?
Yes.
No, well, we
play
play at 5:30.
We play first.
play
We go at
5:30.
1. We go at 1, and then Oregon at 5, and then Georgia, Notre Dame last.
Well, that's how it always go. The Rose Bowl always at 5, and the Sugar Bowl always in the evening.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna tell you this: all the teams that won in the first round is winning in the second round. Every team that won a first round game is gonna win in the second round. Count it, book it. Penn State's winning, Notre Dame's winning, Ohio State's winning, Texas is winning. Book it.
Love it. G putting it out there.
Because it's not like the NFL. The advantage is to keep playing.
Right.
Oregon now hasn't played in almost 3 weeks. That's a disadvantage. Them boys been on the banquet circuit, getting fat, staying out of shape. Ohio State been playing football, and now they only get a 10-day layoff in between. Yeah. They're leaving Sunday at 3. I think Sunday, I got the itinerary. They're leaving Sunday at 3:30 p.m. They're practicing every day except for Christmas. They're practicing tomorrow. They're practicing Tuesday. They off Wednesday. They practicing Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday morning, they got to walk through when they getting on an airplane. So these boys ain't stopping to play football. Oregon is just now getting back into it to prepare for the game in 10 days. Bro, that's a difference. That's a difference. So I pick all the lower seeds. Ohio State, Penn State, Ohio State, Penn State, Texas, and Notre Dame to win their games. All 4 of them.
Love it. Brother Man, you said maybe it's wishful thinking, but can we all have good games, please?
These games should be better, because we don't have anybody that's left that anybody question.
Right.
You only question those teams that played the first round, because them is teams 15 down to 12, 11, the ones you have questions about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So here we go, you guys. Before we leave college football, we have to talk about this serious issue. Vanderbilt quarterback got his JUCO expunged, so now his JUCO years do not count towards his eligibility.
Facts.
So now he is able to have 2 more years playing college football. This is a detriment to the game. It's not going to work out well.
Why?
We're going to have to hold on. Let me explain. This is the way I feel about it. Now, you went to JUCO, I went to JUCO, and we both lost a year of eligibility behind JUCO. Right?
I lost 2.
I only lost 1 because I left JUCO and went to Abilene Christian right after that. But here's why I say that. A late blooming kid, a kid who, may have had 0 offers like Cam Ward, who was able to go to Incarnate Word, then was able to go to Wazoo, then was able to go to Miami. That path has just gotten a whole lot harder because, number one, if you're in the portal and you want somebody who can play right now, do you get a high school kid, a 3-star, 2-star high school kid, or do you get a guy straight out of JUCO? You get a guy straight out of JUCO. Now you got 25, 26-year-old guys playing college football, which you have now because of COVID, right? So my thing is, I don't think it's right. Maybe if you want to give them a year, but 2 years, you totally hurt a recruit who is just like, he was maybe at a bad school where they didn't show, his real talents. And he went and he switched positions and became, an all-American cornerback. And now, he's ready to play at the big time football, right? I think it's really wrong, and I don't agree with it at all. So, G, tell me what you got.
Just the opposite. I think it's fair. Really, to be honest, junior college prepares a kid that was really a 3-star or 2-star or academically couldn't qualify to make it at the next level. It makes him understand the importance of going to study tables, going to study hall, going to class, doing the academic work that he needs to do. So you reward that kid based on his dedication to the game. So if he's a 4 or 5-star and he had to go to JUCO, that means academically he wasn't ready to go. So you reward that kid for getting it together and being ready to go. Because if he's 18 years old coming out of high school, 2 years at JUCO is 20, 4 years of college is 24. That's about right. And you're going to get a better product on the field. Now you're going to get grown men playing against grown men. Let's just face it, bro.
So there's
not a lot of Jeremiah Smiths coming out of college, out of high school.
But what happens to the kid who, like I said, who's a late bloomer? You know, who
go to JUCO. Go to JUCO.
Wow.
If you're a late bloomer, if you feel that you are a Division I talent and you're not that guy, go to junior college and develop your game. Because I played 2 years at a junior college. I played 2 years at a prominent junior college. You know, like we played in bowl games and stuff like that. My JUCO was for real, and we played against top-notch competition. We played against the Ellsworths and the Harpers and the Coffeyvilles. We played against real deal teams, the NIACs. We played against real deal JUCOs. Okay, and it was full of Division I talent.
Yeah. So I was just about to tell Dennis, it's different. I played for Corsicana. I played for Navarro Junior College, and we played the #1 JUCOs all around. So you were playing D1 talent.
Yeah.
Trust me, you were playing D1 talent.
Bro, I can run down the list of dudes that I played against junior college. You know who the best dude I played against in junior college? A dude by the name of Dale Carter. He was a dog. He was a dog. He wasn't out there playing. You know, so like, and that whole Ellsworth team, they was ranked #3 in the country.
For a reason.
We played Coffeyville, Kansas. They was ranked #1 in the country. Come on, dog. There was squads out there, man, that had a whole bunch of D1 players. So if you're a 2-star, so let me ask you this. If you're a 2-star and a 3-star, would you rather go to a small school like a Findlay that's a Division I AA, a Division II, or a Bluffton that's an NAIA? Or would you rather go to junior college, develop, and give yourself an opportunity because you're playing against better competition to get recruited back into the higher level of football? I'm going to JUCO. I'm either going to prep school or I'm going to JUCO. That's the pathway now. And they should have never punished the kids that had that. Proposition 48 is one of the most biased rules that they ever created in college sports, period. The rule, and matter of fact, it was so biased, it doesn't even exist anymore. There's no such thing as Proposition 48. For all y'all that don't know, Prop 48 stated that you had to have a minimum of a 2-point grade point average, an 18 on the ACT, or a 700 on the SAT to qualify for a Division I scholarship. Do you know how many guys I know? I'm talking about me personally, not dudes that I read about. I'm talking about guys I know personally that couldn't make the qualification based on what was going on at their high school, went to the junior college and showed up big time at the next level. I'm talking about pros, bro. Straight pros.
We both played with Platt. I mean, you know, I played with Big Platt Williams.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Like, and he, you know, all pro defensive tackle for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you feel about this, man? How do you feel about JUCO not counting towards your eligibility for D1 football?
Well, it's just gonna go to making the college football game stronger, and it depends on where you at in your program or what you're trying to do. I mean, you know, this is better than the draft and free agency in the NFL. You can put together a team fast now. If you're trying to win, you just a few experienced football ready pieces away. You go to JUCO. You still got to recruit high level recruits. But if they come to your team, they not playing, they're going to transfer portal. So
that's
now
right.
all you doing is getting talent more dispersed. So the argument you have about such and such shouldn't be in the playoffs, it's going to start to go away because there's going to be good teams everywhere.
Facts. That's big facts.
So what about again? What about the high school senior who, maybe like Cam Ward? Cam Ward didn't have but one offer. And then Cam Ward worked his way from Incarnate Word to Wazoo to Miami. It's going to make it harder for that kid.
JUCO.
Go to JUCO. You can go there for 2 years of development. It ain't going to be held against you. Now you're ready for college.
Yeah, you go to JUCO.
But JUCO is going to be just like major D1s. They're only going to take the ones who are ready. You know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely correct. And only the strong survive. You got to get the best to the top. The cream rises to the top. So at JUCO, you're going to go out there and show out. You get 2 free years. So maybe you don't develop it all the way, but then you end up at a D1 AA school or a D2 school. You're still getting a scholarship to play, and them 2 years didn't even count against you. But iron sharpens iron, bruh. Listen, JUCO's for free. It don't count nothing against you. You go 2 years and become a dog.
And don't nobody say nothing about these baseball players, amateur baseball players playing in low level leagues, teams you ain't never heard of.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Don't nobody say nothing about the basketball players beneath the G League having to go overseas to play. You will get in where you fit in.
Yeah, the cream rises to the top.
Football's a different sport though. When you have more ice cream summers under your belt, that man testosterone kick in. It's a whole nother different sport, bro. Whole nother different sport.
But that's what they want, bro. You're gonna start seeing Michael Penix, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix. You're gonna see this all over the place. We just had 3 quarterbacks the first round that legitimately had an extended years. You're gonna see 25,
26 year old.
25.
Kids.
Yeah, that's the new normal. Dudes is gonna go. The guys, like you said, that just doesn't know whether or not they're a dog, is gonna go to JUCO to develop. And when they gonna get one, so now the coaches is gonna have to recruit the portal, junior college, high school. They're gonna have to recruit all 3 of them. It's a business now, bro. You're gonna go get the best guys you can get.
So after asked the question, which one of you guys want to answer? I can answer real quick.
No, this is not a result of the
COVID years. Result of the COVID years?
No, the COVID year ruling is actually over with. Yeah. This year's class is the last class that has anything to do with the COVID year. Yeah. Right? This is the NCAA actually giving kids an opportunity to become better and get better who just doesn't have it at the very beginning. I would listen, if I was a coach like an Indiana coach or a Pittsburgh coach or a Syracuse coach, I'm looking at the portal and I'm like, look, dude, this is a grown man. And he just got 2 years for free. And now I get him as a true freshman. And he just developed for 2 years. Oh, if I'm a team on the cusp, JUCO, trust me, Deion Sanders is going to loot junior college. He's going to loot them. And college, they're going to come up quick because he already knows there's dogs down there.
So to answer your question, NIL applies to everybody, but still you're not going to be able to have the money in JUCO like that. JUCO, like the JUCO that Sean went to, JUCO that I went to, they didn't have money. You know what I'm saying? But what they did have,
JUCO did, they had bread.
We didn't have bread. Blinn, Navarro, those facilities are trash. You know what I'm saying? But they spit out pros like it's nobody's business.
The thing is, though, you go ahead and suck it up, get 2 years of school and 2 years of football training done. Now you might be ready to come to college football and get you an NIL deal because you're that good.
And guess what else you're gonna walk out of there with? A degree.
Yeah, I said go to school for 2 years and get better at football. Now you come into year 1 ready and 2 years of school done. Now you all about trying to do what you got to do to make it to the league.
Yep. So by a sophomore, you're gonna be graduating from college with a bachelor's degree.
And still got 2 more years left just to play on the big stage and be more ready.
Facts. It's a win-win, man. It's a win-win. Big win. Big win, man.
Dennis said Belichick is going to live on that as well. I think so.
Yeah, Belichick about to loot JUCO. He about to loot. He's going to go get it. He going to go get it.
Yeah.
My last thing I'm going to say, most kids, at least in my experience, it maybe not necessarily is the academic aspect of it, like how it was Prop 48. Now the kids that go to junior college is character issues. That's what I've seen over the last 5
Yeah,
or 10 years.
like that's why they got the shows like Last Chance U
Yeah,
and stuff like that. You know
it's
what
character
I mean?
issues.
Yeah.
So you're gonna only get now. You're telling the kid, okay, invest in yourself, get your character together, give yourself an opportunity to where a team like a Florida State, a team like a Georgia, a team like a Miami, a team like Ohio State, like a Michigan or a Texas would have recruited you right off the back, but because you have character issues, now we're not going to touch you. You go down there and you prove yourself at that level, and then come on home, bro. Because I'm telling you, a lot of kids ain't going to prep school. Watch what I'm telling you. The shift is going to go from prep school to JUCO because you get 2 for free. And you're going to see a lot of good coaches start showing up at the junior college level, developing talent because they're going to get pipelines directly from the junior colleges to those big-time schools. It's going to be straight pipeline. Like you go to this JUCO, you going to this school. That's how it's going to work.
Hey, Big G, where little man Thomas going to school at? Quantill.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Bug, Quintel Wilson.
Yeah.
From Lima Scene, he hasn't declared yet. He's being recruited by Division I AA and a couple of Division I schools, but he hasn't declared yet.
He's playing basketball. He's playing basketball right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's not declared yet.
Oh, he's gonna play football, but he's playing basketball right now.
Yeah, he's going at the next level.
Okay.
He's gonna play football, but he has not declared. As of from what I know, he hasn't declared yet. And he was all state, first team, all Ohio, playing in the Big 33 game. All Ohio and ain't declared yet. This is a perfect opportunity for him.
Well, Brother Manny, you said some kids still don't have a chance or opportunity or where to start to proceed. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Mm-hmm. I could just say this. It's changing the game. I think the NCAA is going to look at this again. But as for right now, the door is wide open. Switching gears, you guys, we're going to talk about NFL, man. We had the Chargers and the Broncos start our weekend.
Can we take another break real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's definitely do that. Big G, give us a break going into the second segment.
Man, make sure you guys get them algorithms up. Hit the like and subscribe. There's a QR code floating around for the KnoItAllz podcast. Make sure you just scan it to help us get to 1K subs. Scan and share with a friend. There's the QR code, the KnoItAllz podcast. While it's up right now, scan it. If you're listening to us, wherever you get your audio podcasts, Apple, Spotify, and or Google, we'll be right back after a quick commercial break. If you're watching us live on YouTube, let's pause for the cause, and we'll be back with the KnoItAllz.
This brother said, let's just pause for the cause and we'll be back with the KnoItAllz. Look at you trying to rhyme. I see you. You can't do what your brother do, but that was good.
You know where your skills came from, youngster.
No.
you know where your skills came from.
No, not at all. Not at all. Absolutely not. You got good appreciation in music, but absolutely not. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, have y'all heard the new Dr. Dre Snoop Dogg album?
Yeah.
And how y'all feeling about it? I know you. Have you heard it yet?
I heard. I'm just getting off the new Ice Cube.
That wasn't even worth my time. How'd you feel about that?
It was all right. I mean, he still sounded like he sounded in 1992, but
yeah. G, what'd you think about the Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre album?
It was good. It wasn't as good as Kendrick, but it was good. It was good. Kendrick new album fire. But it was good. It was good. I mean, these dudes is older than us, bro. Snoop and Dre about 60.
So they
Dre about 57.
Yeah, he's almost 60, but Snoop is like 55, 56.
No, yeah, Snoop. All right, Snoop a year older than us.
Yeah, it's almost time to go out to pasture, bro. It's time for you to get in the big chair and move the board around and do all that and get it from around that mic. But it was good. It was good. It was good.
Well, Snoop Dogg is Officially 53 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I just told you, born in October. Listen to me now.
Wow, you called that age up fast, boy. Yeah. So again, I'm gonna say this: age doesn't matter. I think Snoop actually, if I was listening to, he did a good job of staying relevant. I think Dre and whoever they started making tracks with, they made some monsters. They made some monsters on that.
Well, that's what Dre do, though.
Yeah, they made some monsters, man. Definitely. And then, as far as, this record, I would not tell somebody to go out because I'm not going to be that guy and try to influence because I don't even listen to secular rap like that. But I did pop my head in to listen to see what they were talking about. I like staying relevant. So, I would listen to certain things to make sure that, I'm on the up and up.
Hey, look what the choir father said, bro. Look what the choir father said. He said he decided to start decorating over in the Matrix. Hey, man, they talking about Claude Bishop because they was like, where Claude at for all this and all with rails? They said Claude over there in the Matrix putting up Christmas decorations, putting up Christmas trees and, putting the big tree downtown and making sure people driving around and everything. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Claude got the block lit up.
He got the whole block lit up in the Matrix. I see it.
They say he got a big tree up in Matrix Town Square.
Yep. Yep. Got a choir and everything. Got a choir singing carols. So Claude doing it big in the Matrix.
He's doing it big. So we had the Broncos and the Chargers. The Chargers beat the Broncos. But let me ask you, how far is Bo Nix off of being the rookie of the year as far as the quarterback? Is it still called Jaden Daniels?
Adios,
after the day is done. Bye, Bo Nix.
Yeah, adios, muchachos. He's not. Jaden Daniels is the rookie of the year.
Okay.
Offensive rookie of the year. He's good. Don't get me wrong. Bo Nix is not a bad quarterback, but he still needs some polishing, man. They got to get him right.
All right.
Well, he's had the effect. I mean, Jaden Daniels is a difference maker.
Facts.
Bo Nix is still a game manager. When you look at them both, you get the eye test. I don't care what mod. He got Sean Payton there. He doing everything Sean Payton wanted to do. Now, Jaden Daniels, that play today, and they said on the broadcast today, they said he learned his juking and stuff from being young and playing flag football. He had that run late in the fourth quarter, right before they went up. And he shook dude, and it was just like a flag football move. Like he was trying to keep his hips away from dude, and he sidestepped him. Dude, the truth, man. I was producing the Command Time post game podcast.
I saw that,
and they said, I told the guys there, I said, Jaden Daniels is an ag, not a jag. He ain't just a guy. He's a guy. Mm-hmm. You might call him the guy.
Yeah,
Himothy, aka Himothy. He's him.
Man, so he said, Brother Manny, you said still in discussion, but not gonna make it. So and that's what he was saying about Bo Nix. So the Texans versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs beat the Texans 27-19. Definitely.
I hate Kansas City.
I got a question about that. I had a question. Is Mahomes gonna make it for the rest of the year, man? I mean, that ankle seems to be bothering him real bad.
What's helping Mahomes is the weapons around him is getting healthier. You got Hollywood Brown. I was looking at their roster like receivers. I was like, man, they got some dogs. Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, Juju, D-Hop, Kelsey, the other tight end, number 84. They got dogs out there. And they got 2-3 running backs. They got Samaje Perine, Pacheco, Kareem Hunt. Yeah. It's dogs.
It's dogs.
So he ain't got to be spectacular. All he got to do is just drop it off and let them make plays.
I don't know how much his ankle bothered him. I watched him run 20 yards and truck a dude get in the end zone yesterday.
Facts.
He hurting, yeah, but he gonna get through that.
Oh man, Danny Littlejohn, you're right. SMU, Clemson, Indiana, Tennessee all got embarrassed. Absolutely,
garbage.
Absolutely. So we have Quadfather said Raiders may be losing Shador. They're up 19-14 right now. Lose. Drop your
Well,
bags and lose.
the Giants got the same record. Yeah.
They didn't win it. Well, no, they
No,
lost.
They lost.
Yeah.
They lost. All right, so the Ravens and the Steelers. The Ravens beat the Steelers 34-17. I'm gonna sit down right here, and who's in the catbird seat? I'm finna let him talk. Go ahead, man. Talk to us about this game.
Well, there's no excuses. Everybody injured this time of year. But I will say part of the reason the Steelers lost was because of injury. I mean, no George Pickens. Joey Porter got hurt. He was out the game. Deshaun Elliott's a big factor. Derrick Henry don't control the game like he did. And then that was the thing. Derrick Henry came out from go and controlled the game. Controlled the clock, the pace, time possession. Lamar Jackson didn't have another big game. It was all on our inability to convert on some possessions. It was the pick six that rushed through, that stayed inside, that didn't make it to the sideline. And it was the fumble that Russ had when he was trying to just he tried to truck like Pat Mahomes, and he couldn't truck. That pigskin came out when he got popped. So, I mean, Baltimore controlled the game. I mean, until that pick six, I mean, that pick six was 7 we gave him. That fumble was 7 that got took off our board. I mean, you take that away and give us one, it's a much tighter game. But
the Bishop came down from decorating in the Matrix. Said, same question, just a different week. Do the Steelers win another game this year?
Ooh. Yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna win Christmas. You got Pickens coming back. You got Elliott coming back. You got Ogunjobi coming back. Justin Fields is coming back. You might see a little more packages with him. So yeah, I like where the Steelers at, man.
All right,
I don't like them losing 2 straight, but I like where they at. Big
G, you're up. Claude Bishop, the Bishop of the Matrix, comes out and says, "Big G, when are you going to admit that the Steelers defense is soft?"
The minute that you are now no longer named the Matrix Bishop, you could take a lap with that big trash, bro. The defense is not soft. Listen, I've never done this before on air, but Russell Wilson, you get a big boo.
Oh, no.
You get a big boo, bro, because you lost that game for us, dog. You fumbled on the freaking 2. I don't care. That was a tying score. They turned around and ran the ball straight down the field and got another touchdown. Then Minka saved the game, picked Lamar off. It's 24-17, and you throw a pick 6. That game's on Rusty, dog. I normally don't give him that. I think he's a great pro. I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But Rusty, you get the big boo. You get a boo, bro. Your effort for that game, playing that game as high level of a game that was, you're supposed to be the guy to lead us. And you was out there being trash. So, yes, injuries was a factor.
I don't know if he is trash, man. He was
he was playing garbage.
His completion percentage was high. He threw 2 touchdowns. I mean, that fumble, what he should have did was just slide down. Just slide down the 5. You don't try. That's not your game, Russ.
He could have slid at the 2, at the 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All he did was slide. I'm saying if he had slid early enough where he don't get hit at all, he'd have slid to 5. But they'd have been first and goal from the 5.
Yeah, that
you
game was on Rusty.
You're not Cam Newton. You're not Richardson from the Colts. Why are you trying to stick your shoulder down like you gonna hit somebody?
Yeah, that's big trash.
Said Russ had 3 turnovers against the Ravens in 2 games.
That's facts. That's total facts. And he lost this one. He lost this game. Listen. I understand we got injuries, but it's next man up. Ravens had injuries too. It's next man up. But on critical weighty downs, and that's Coach Tomlin talk, what happened? Russ fumbled on the freaking 2, and Russ threw a pick 6. That's the game. That's the game.
Quadfather said Russell's stove was broken and the microwave wasn't working, so he couldn't cook.
Garbage. He's not garbage, but he played trash.
Oh my God. So the next game is the Falcons versus the Giants. The Falcons took out the whooping stick 34-7 and beat the Giants. Not even worth talking about. The Lions, Detroit versus everybody, beat the Bears 34-17. I'm going to tell you, man, my guy is over there going off. Jared Goff is losing his mind right now. Jamison Williams, 5 catches for 143. Jahmyr Gibbs, 23 rushes for 109. They are hurt, but listen, today, Caleb Williams wasn't that bad. 26 of 40, 334, 2 touchdowns. Wasn't that bad, G.
Get him out of here. That's all fluff yards. He ain't winning no games. Of course you're going to throw for 300 when you're getting mopped. It was early. It was over early. It was like 21-7 or all. Get him out of here. The Chicago Bears is big trash. I've been saying it all along. I've been saying that Caleb is not that guy. He gets fluff numbers every game, like how it says. But when it counts, he does something horrible. That dude is not him. Now they done lost 10 straight. Payday owed me so much corner time. You know what? I'm going to have Pay doing some strange stuff on the show. Because not only is Caleb Williams not going to win Rookie of the Year. I told him they ain't going to win another divisional game. I told them they would only win one game going down the stretch. One. After they lost to the Commanders, I said they would only win one more game. How many games in a row have they won? I lost. All of them. The Bears suck. The Bears suck. And guess what? They about a game out of the freaking Shador sweepstakes. They only about a game out with 2 to play. If the right things fall the right way, they got a top 5 pick all over again. And I promise you, because now them Bears fans is out there trying to blame Poles. He's the issue. No, dog. Poles is not the issue. The head coach wasn't the issue. The OC wasn't the issue. The issue is you got some big trash players, starting with that quarterback. And if I'm a new coach coming in there, I promise you, me and Poles and the owner going to have a conversation. Because you can fleece somebody for Caleb. You can send Caleb to the Raiders and fleece them boys. You could get damn near their whole draft. But because that's how desperate they are for a quarterback. You can send Caleb to the Raiders, give me your whole draft. And they do it because they desperate for a quarterback. So there's going to be some conversation. If I'm the Bears, I got top 5 pick, I'm reevaluating and I'm taking the best player. And maybe Cam Ward and maybe Shador is better than Caleb.
Well, here we go. Claude Bishop asked me, Mott, if the Steelers lose the rest of their games, including the playoffs, would you replace the whole coaching staff? Absolutely
Put it back.
not.
Go back to the Matrix, Claude.
I would definitely replace the defensive coordinator and the offensive line coach. I get them both.
Yeah, Austin and Pat Myers up out of here. It's adios.
Yeah,
they're up out of here anyway.
Yeah, the offensive line coach you need a new perspective. Y'all got some dogs. You got some studs over there on the offensive line. Need to be coached up. But yeah, no, Tomlin is a gem. He'll retire a Steeler. He'll retire a Steeler coach. Yep.
Look what Claude just said, Tate.
Caleb is and will be the best quarterback in this class.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, between him and Jaden Daniels, you got. I mean, how bad was Peyton Manning his first year?
Horrible.
Horrible.
He's bad.
So we need to reevaluate this next season, maybe the season after. But Caleb is going to be all right.
Boy, Tate, they over there talking strong about Tomlin. They said he's a defensive coordinator. He's a first ballot Hall of Fame coach.
That he is.
What are you talking about, live chat? Yo, listen, we're about to open up some doors to the Matrix. Matter of fact, we're about to open up garage doors and start backing people in because you're nuts if you want to get rid of Mike Tomlin.
We Big G, you owe some bets too, partner. Is what B-Dirt said.
I don't know all like that, but Pay. Oh, stop. Hey, Tate, what I tell you, his new nemesis, the arch nemesis, the enabler. See how the enabler influences people to get them to take his side? because he done bet all kind of quarter time about his big trash Bears, and now he done enabled B Dirt. You know, he done worked this little spell. 3-card money all day and night. It's everybody else's fault. The enabler.
Oh my God.
My arch nemesis.
Oh my God. We spend way too much time on the bet. Hey, listen, the Panthers won today. They beat the Cardinals 36-30. That's crazy. The Jets,
The Jets. The Cardinals is trash.
The
That's
Jets
facts,
lost to the Rams 19-9. Okay. All right, you guys. Let me ask the question. He said, I got receipts from UG.
Of course you do, because you were the enabler.
And Claude said, same old stuff with Tomlin. He said, Brother Man to You said the Bears gave talent around him, so he needs time to adjust, especially with the morale of the team. Chicago needs an identity check or something to boost him. I don't totally disagree, but, you know, I understand it. So let me ask you guys a question. Panel, G, Tate, is it time for Aaron Rodgers to move out of the way?
Yeah.
Tate? Yeah, absolutely.
But he's egotistical though. He think he still got some, and he don't. So rap. They're gonna have to cut him. He ain't just gonna leave. But
so you think you think they're gonna have to cut his key card off?
Yeah.
Cut him and eat the money for 1 year.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to bring in a new coaching staff and Aaron Rodgers still there, expecting to start, expecting to be a cancer in the locker room. You got to hit that reset button and be done with it. It didn't work. Cleveland, Deshaun Watson, didn't work. Sometimes stuff don't work.
Atlanta, it didn't work. It didn't work.
And you know, it's sad to say that Cousins is gonna get cut at the end of the year. Before that January, I think it's January 7th date, he gets a June 7th date where he gets more money, he's gonna get cut. Make no mistake about that. Make no mistake.
Listen, with the talent that the New York Football Jets have offensively, if you put a young dog quarterback, if you set Shador or Cam Ward down over there, they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem. Because if you give Shador or Cam Ward to the Jets, based on the offensive talent that they have, they got dogs over there. They got dogs. So all they need is a quarterback.
Is there anything to the rumor that the Browns may want to trade Miles for a quarterback?
I'm not sure. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I haven't heard that either. The Eagles lost to the Commanders it was a very thrilling game in 36-33. Last second heroics by Jaden Daniels. That win right there eliminated the Cowboys, and the Cowboys been eliminated in my mind for at least 4 weeks. So I mean, it just mathematically took them out of it. That's great. The Browns.
Jalen Hurts got cracked.
Yeah, that's a game you talk about a little bit.
Yeah, he got cracked.
Go ahead, get some of this game, Tate.
I mean, I think you got to acknowledge. I mean, the Commanders were able to stay in it. It was 21-7 at one point, 14-0, 21-7. Because when Jalen Hurts got hurt and trash Kenny Pickett came in, there's where your problems start.
Facts.
I mean, Kenny Pickett didn't lose in the game, but he didn't win in the game. And that's what we from Pittsburgh already know.
Man, I'm just going to tell you something. He with that interception, he lost him the game. First, he threw an interception. It was all over with except slow sing. It was slow singing and flower bringing.
They still was up then though. They was up 24-14 and all that happened.
It was up 21. They were up 21-0 when that happened.
No, they wasn't. He didn't want to score 22. He didn't want to score 21. He got it to 21 points.
Okay, yeah, they were up 14-0 when they got the ball. Then they scored 14-7. Then he took them up 20. Well, no, he didn't take them up. Saquon took them up. Let's be real with that. Saquon took him up 21.
Kenny Pickett threw a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown.
He sure did.
Throw one. Yeah, did throw one.
But Tate, what's that sign say about Kenny Pickett?
Trash.
Is that facts?
Yeah, I mean, at best, he's in the right position as a backup quarterback that can come in and manage a game.
Yeah.
But he never was going to be that guy. And I'm guilty of saying, going back on the old receipt on myself, He's a poor man's Joe Burrow. No, he's not.
Facts.
Not even close.
I was saying he was going to be a dog. Nope. Nope,
But,
I was wrong.
I think for his greatest season Saquon having, you got to contribute some of his great season to the threat that Jalen Hurts is. Boy, when Jalen Hurts went out, they said, Kenny Pickett, you gonna beat us. We're gonna send the house every time, and you gotta deal with it, and we're gonna put 8-9 in this box to stop the run. Zero coverage.
G, the bishop is out here. He's getting you. He said that's funny, G.
And what this time last year, it was
he
at the
said-
beginning of the season.
He said Kenny Pickett was him.
At the beginning of the
Definitely
season, I
this time
did.
last year.
But this time last year, I had moved off of KPA, and I said he got to go. He got to go. You know, sometimes, you know, I admit I'm biased because I thought KPA was going to do it, but nah. KPA trash.
Yeah, Afton had your back. She said, Claude, he wasn't saying it, but this time last year, but he did say it earlier.
I did. I know when I said it.
And I did too.
He said King Henry ran over JPR Jr. Oh, he ran him over and hurt him.
JPJ might be done for the season. I'm hearing right now that he's got a pectoral injury. They were saying it was his calf, but really what it was is he had knee issues that was causing the issue in his calf. So JPJ might be done. He might be done.
You said pectoral. What they got to do with the calf and the knee?
PCL. That's what they said. It says PCL.
Oh, PCL. Pectoral is up here,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, they said PCL. My bad.
Yeah.
They said a PCL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bengals beat the Browns today, 24-6. Didn't I tell you they still in it? They still in it, man.
Did Miami win?
Miami's winning right now.
And Miami win, they out of it.
Well, Miami just won. Just went to 0.
Yeah, they're out.
Elimination.
He was out. I tell you what, though, y'all fellas couldn't understand because neither one of y'all in the fantasy football playoffs. But I'm about to join you. I mean, I had and go directly back. Jalen Hurts, my quarterback. He went out, lose that, and that affected Saquon. You know, he had a great first half. You know, so that slowed my team down. And the person I played had the Bengals defense. What a great play. Bengals defense scored 40 points against trash Cleveland.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he started the Bengals defense?
Yes, I couldn't believe it. Like, yes.
Well, that's a riverboat gambler. that boy was shooting. It was hitting straight.
That boy just puts it all in the middle. He said,
boy, that boy was shooting. Was hitting 5 deuce, 4 tray, back doing 5'11", 6'1". That boy was out there hitting. He started the Bengals defense. Oh yeah. He deserved the trophy for that.
Brother man to you is arguing y'all's point. He said, not really, since Miami and Cincy have the same record. We have to see. Denver needs to win, and they're all out.
But Cincinnati could be out because Miami owns a tiebreak over Cincinnati.
Correct. Correct.
Well, Bengals play Denver next week, so
elimination.
Wow.
Game. Yeah.
They'll be ready.
I'm playing against Road to Glory. That's my brother-in-law Kevin. But Caleb Williams, so he played Caleb Williams and the Bengal defense.
Oh, he riverboat gambling.
Caleb Williams had 32. Bengal defense had 40. James Conner had 30. Jefferson had 38. He got 200 plus right now.
He lit you up.
Lit me up.
Lit you up. What Blackstreet said?
Blackstreet said, Big G, Tater Mod, in your opinion, should the Steelers just go ahead and rest some of the players for the playoffs?
No, because they still can win the division and host a game. If they had won yesterday and won the division, then yeah. I mean, you know, because home field advantage is going to be over with as number 1 seed. If they won yesterday, you can look at playing Kansas City in a short week and then being off until the first playoff game. Don't worry about playing against Cincinnati. But now that they lost, they got to win. They win both their last games, and the Raiders win both their last games. Pittsburgh wins the division.
Yep.
By Miami winning, the Steelers might actually win the last game of the season because the Bengals don't have anything to play for. Otherwise, the Steelers probably would have lost.
This ain't no woulda, coulda, claw. Nobody care about no woulda, couldas. fact is,
That's that
Steelers
matrix
still
talk,
control-
Nate.
that is matrix talk. Still control their own destiny. So, you know, they got to go out and prove it against the two-time defending champion, your homeboy. And then if the Bengals don't want to play nobody, then go ahead and sit them down. If I'm T. Higgins, I'm doing a green law.
Yeah, cut me. If I'm T. Higgins, cut me the last game. Cut me because I'm out of here. I'm not even showing up at the arena.
Wow.
I'm for what?
Wow.
For what?
So the Titans versus the Colts. The Colts won today. The Vikings beat the Seahawks 27.
I think you reminded that Jonathan Taylor's still a dog.
A dog. You hear me? An animal. You better
top 5 running back in the league when he healthy.
Absolutely. When he healthy, he's that guy. That guy. So still in the hunt, Cincinnati, Miami, and Indianapolis. Kansas City, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Houston are the division leaders. Baltimore and the Chargers, I didn't see that last team, are the wild cards right now.
And the Bills just
the wild cards is Baltimore the top seed, wild card. The Chargers, then the Broncos. All the teams in the hunt need the Chargers and Denver to lose their last 2 games. Now they do play each other, but they need them to lose. I'm looking at the thing right now on the screen. They need them to lose the last 2. Indianapolis, Miami, and Bengals are all 7-8 in the hunt. Then the last team as it stands right now is Denver, 9-6, and the Chargers are 9-6.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
But the Chargers are ahead of Denver because they beat them 2 times, so they got a tiebreaker with Denver.
That's why we got to play out.
And Cincinnati played Denver next week. Oh, we locked into the wild card round, but are we a wild card or are we a division winner host a home game?
Yeah, we need to play at the crib.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's black and gold standards. That's facts. That's where that boy going. If they can work it out, that's where you're going to end up at. I know Steelers fans.
What are we talking about?
Deontay Johnson, because Tank Dell done. Tank Dell is. Matter of fact, Tank Dell career might be over with.
What happened?
That injury, his kneecap got. You didn't see how his leg was bent the other way. No. His kneecap got completely dislocated. Yeah. His leg went the opposite way.
Wow.
He got popped.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. The Patriots won. The Bills beat the Patriots 24-21.
Trash.
The Raiders went ahead and won a game, man. Well, I don't know what's going on. 19-14 beat the Jaguars. And then the Dolphins.
Pierce trying to keep his job, bro.
Man, I get it. I think he would have kept it. I think he would have kept it anyway, to be real with you.
No, he gone.
I think he out of there.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna bring in a new quarterback, a new culture. They liked him, but he had his chance. All you can ask for is a chance. He had his chance. They 3-13. Garbage. Yeah. Bye-bye, Pierce. Come on over here, be a linebackers coach now. We're not jumping the line.
The Dolphins beat the 49ers 29-17. And then of course the Cowboys play the Buccaneers in Dallas, where all of the state championships just were held. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's another, and I'm gonna get off this real fast. I'm gonna get on and get off real quick. But here's the thing. This kid came into the year with no stars, you guys. Not one star. And from North Crawley, he's going to play with Dion. He's going to be a receiver in Colorado, right? And I mean, because they just destroyed, they walked through everybody this year, including DeSoto and Duncanville and Westlake. Walked through them like they weren't even there.
They beat Westlake?
Beat them like a drum. I'm talking about like
they some dogs.
Yeah, North Crawley beat them like it wasn't even fair. First play of the game, touchdown. This kid that's going to Colorado, touchdown, wide open to the house. You know what I'm saying?
He's a little bitty fella though.
5'9". Sick.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. He got to stay healthy now. A little bitty fella. You can be fast, but ask Squirrel what was going on last night over there in the horseshoe. Squirrel is fast, dog. He fast. but he couldn't handle that pressure.
Nah, man, he can't. And then tomorrow's game is going to be the Saints and the Packers. This season is winding up, man. Tate, as we before we get to our parting shots, I got to ask this question. What was the biggest surprise of 2024's football season?
The Minnesota Vikings.
Oh.
Being 13-2, coming out of the preseason, even before preseason, I think JJ McCarthy hurt for the year. They was planning on rebuilding. They stuck in who we thought was bum Sam Darnold for the Jets. Went and sat for a year under Kyle Shanahan. Cleaned his game up. Learned some of the stuff in Kyle Shanahan's system that he's playing in Kevin O'Connell's system for Minnesota. They was picked to finish at the bottom. They 13-2. They fighting for the best record in the league.
Facts.
The biggest surprise.
Facts.
G,
Facts.
What about you? Biggest surprise in the 2024 football year?
I agree with Tate, but just to be a little bit different was the how horrible the Cincinnati Bengals defense is, because they wasted the MVP season for Joe Burrow, and Jamar Chase is Himothy. So they wasted. Now T. Higgins is gone. I'm anxious to see how the Bengals is going to go about rebuilding their roster next season, because there are money issues. We'll see if they can get Chase up underneath a contract. T is definitely gone. So, and they need a lot of defensive help. So I thought the Bengals was going to be a competitor at the very beginning of the season, and they're not. And they really wasted the MVP season because Joe Burrow is that dude, dog. Joe Burrow's that dude.
Tate, he said, for me, Ronald Blake said, for me is the Washington Commanders is the biggest surprise to them this year.
I don't disagree. They're a surprise. I mean, they was picked to finish in front of the Giants. It was going to be Cowboys, Eagles fighting, and then the Commanders coming in over the Giants. But the thing is, they had they first round quarterback coming in playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The Vikings were expecting to have their first round quarterback coming in to play, but they didn't. So and they 13-2, talking about the top seed. Yeah. They still play Detroit. They just beat a good Seattle team.
Yeah.
So it's definitely Minnesota for me. I'll add, since it came back to me that Brock Purdy ain't getting no bag. Not from San Francisco.
Yeah. No. So you took my biggest surprise, the 49ers being 6-9. That's crazy. It let me know that Christian McCaffrey is everything to that team. Christian McCaffrey is everything to that team.
And Brandon Ayuk.
Everything to that team. And it's one of those things that I was super surprised. I can't even say that I was surprised totally by the Cowboys' fall, but because it was injury induced, but we were losing early. But that San Francisco thing does surprise me, for real. And it was just so many injuries in the NFL this year that it's more than the norm. And yeah, it's a part of the game, but it was injuries to high-profile players, a lot of them this year. So, to me, whoever's going to be the healthiest is going to be the one that win the Super Bowl this year.
The thing is, y'all brought up Brandon Ayuk. I don't think he was necessarily that missed. It does start off McCaffrey, like Ma said, but it's the system in San Francisco. Kyle Shanahan draw them boys up. I mean, it started with McCaffrey. Then you got Debo out there. Debo ain't what he once was, though.
Facts.
You got Kittle out there. He's not what he once was, though.
Facts.
Yeah, you got Ayuk out there with them. I mean, and the line, they gonna look good. But now, when you ask Purdy to be a force multiplier and Jawan Jennings your best receiver, and you got some dude in the backfield that's a fourth string running back right now, oh yeah, they gonna lose.
You saw Purdy bought them all trucks. You saw that?
Purdy bought trucks.
Yeah.
He bought his offensive lineman trucks, all of them.
Well, he
need to save his money because he up out of there.
Save his money. Yeah. He gonna get paid somewhere, but he don't need to be buying trucks.
Hey, I think I'm gonna put this on record. I think the 49ers window is closed.
It is.
I agree.
I think it's closed. I think it's
See,
closed completely.
And that's why the 49ers ain't won no Super Bowl since 1995.
Facts.
Steelers done won 2 since then. You know what I mean? One by Mike Tomlin, been to another, one by Bill Cowher. We ain't never had no losing record. Yeah, the 49ers been good the last few years, but they'll be bad. We ain't never bad. We always did. I don't understand why the negativity behind Mike Tomlin all the time when he always has his team in it. Yeah, they ain't won a playoff game. Yeah, they ain't won a Super Bowl in 14 years now. But they either had the 49ers, but y'all love Kyle Shanahan. What's that all about?
Yeah.
Bias.
That,
Okay, we know what it is.
That is bias. That is bias. The big bias. Here we are, man. We are at our parting shots, man. Big G, I need for you to talk to him, man. Let him know what it is, B.
Hey, man. So, first of all, thank all you guys for rocking with us on the KnoItAllz podcast. Please make sure that wherever you got that QR code, and Mod, if you can, or Tate, if you can, put it up on the screen one more time for the people so they get an opportunity to take a photograph of the QR code. That QR code is helping us build our platform. Last I checked, we were somewhere around 695 subscribers. We need to get to 1K because once we get to 1K, we can do a lot of things outside of what we're already doing. We're bringing more shows to you on the platform. We're doing a post-game show with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We got some stuff coming up for the basketball season. More platform shows is coming to this, but when we get to 1K, we can do a whole lot more than we're actually doing. So we appreciate everybody to subscribe. And while you're sitting around your family and friends this year for the holiday season, just pull up the QR code and say, hey, would you subscribe to this? Do you listen to sports? Let them take a picture of it, let them scan it, and boom, hit the subscribe, and that's it. No charge, no nothing. So we appreciate it. Now, for my closing thoughts, man, I would be wrong if knowing that we're a sports podcast to get off the sports podcast and not give homage to the great Ricky Henderson. I think he was, in my opinion, he was lightweight my GOAT. When I watched baseball as a young guy, even though I didn't like none of the teams that he played for, he was just so electric. He was so dynamic as a baseball player that he made me want to watch baseball. I know that there was Barry Bonds and Dave Parker, and I mean I can go down guys I watched. I saw what's his name to play for the Yankees. Old man, Reggie Jackson. Yeah, I was around. I seen all those guys play.
Mr. October.
But Ricky Henderson, man, was like that dude, bruh. He was that dude. He was dynamic. I like his flair. I like the way he played baseball. He was a really, really dynamic player, and he was good for the league. I never heard a scandal where Ricky was talking about shooting steroids or getting into it with this and that. Ricky was good for the game of baseball. So Ricky, you know, I read some stuff about him in his personal life. He definitely was a believer. He definitely was a family man. So, you know, I'm going to say it. I didn't know him personally, but I'm going to say, man, Ricky, rest in heaven, bro. We'll see you on the other side. But thank you what you did for Major League Baseball and for the sport of baseball as a whole, man.
Yeah, I agree with that, G. Well said. Well said. Tate, holla at us, man. Give us your parting shot.
Man, I agree about Ricky Henderson, man. I didn't realize he passed away. That's what. See, he had a bout with pneumonia.
Yeah. Yeah.
He married his high school sweetheart.
Yeah.
In 1983, and they still was together with three kids. So yeah, shout out to Ricky. And man, I don't know that baseball all-time steal record will ever be broken, especially not the 1-4 season.
No.
That's facts. That's facts.
Ever.
That's facts.
That might be one of the toughest records to get in sports, period.
I think so too, especially with the improvement of athlete in baseball. So yeah.
So y'all talk me up on it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do like I do and keep it real. Maya, get ready, because you didn't told me some of the stuff I say people can take the wrong way. I only know one way to give it. That's the way that I say it, because I'm just speaking from the heart and speaking truth. You know. So we done talked up on it. This whole thing with different coaches and Mike Tomlin and all that. But when you get right down to it, you know what it is. It's a color thing. That's all it is. If Mike Tomlin was Kyle Shanahan having the same seasons that he having, if he was Sean Payton who had losing seasons, if he was Andy Reid, who got fired from Philadelphia, but lucked into going to Kansas City. He's a great coach. But then getting Patrick Mahomes, well, he's a greater coach. You know, I mean, Mike Tomlin do stuff with chicken wire. He do stuff with Duck Hodges and Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph. You know what I mean? This is what we talking about. So, you know, got Russell Wilson winning games. We thought Russ was washed and done. Resurrect Justin Fields. Justin Fields went 4-2. He didn't light the world on fire, but Mike Tomlin had a recipe to win with Justin Fields, just like he did with Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges and Kenny Pickett. I think the only quarterback he got a losing record with is Mitch Trubisky. I really do think that's the only one.
Mitch was trash
that he got a losing record with. So if we just being honest, the same thing about, you know, you hear about if you tap into the politics of it all. Now I don't care about their politics at all, but Barack Obama was an upstanding person in society, whether he likes politics or not. He's well-mannered, well-educated, all those things. And then in 2016, you can elect a president that's been accused of fraud and criminal charges and all kind of stuff. It's just always different when you talk about the disparity in the opportunities for people of color versus the white privilege. And that's all I'm gonna say. I don't got nothing against nobody. I got all kind of people that I interact with and like, and friends of all ethnicities and colors and races and everything. But I just had to say that to put the reality out there of what it really is.
Well said, Tate. Well said. And you know, this is a podcast where we state our opinions and we say it with a chest. It just is what it is. And I will say this: watching the highlights of Detroit is just so disrespectful. They just do some disrespectful stuff.
Because their coach is a dog. Their coach is a dog. Listen, if Tomlin retired, we got to give Campbell the bag.
Listen, man.
Whatever Campbell want. If Tomlin retired, Tomlin say, look, man, I'm going off into the sunset. I'm going to go spend some time with my family and all whatever else, and he walk away. Campbell get the bag. Whatever he want. The bag.
The fake falling down, you just drawing stuff in the play. You just drawing stuff up in the sand. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Buick, turn right, fall down, get back up, and I'm gonna hit you. It's just wild. You know what I'm saying? You got linemen out here catching swing passes. It's something else.
He's
man.
A dog. Listen, like to put it in perspective, he's a dog. He's a dog. Campbell is a dog coach, man.
He's a dog.
He's a dog coach, and anybody that don't want to play for him, you're stupid.
Hey,
and I know that's dismissive, but he's a dog.
Listen, you guys, I thank everybody for being here still in the chat. Everyone who's going to watch this on the rewatch and the rewind. I just wanted to tell you, thank you. We appreciate it. Much love from the Know It All crew. And like we said, I think we were 5 away from 700. As far as our subscribers, we want to get to 700 before the end of the year, man. Let's get us there.
Before the end of the day. Yep. The end of the year.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Hey, I want to be there. I'm trying to get there, and I want to give you guys premium content where we can continue to just keep going higher, further. That's why you're seeing us posting shorts. That's why you're seeing our TikTok pick up, because definitely we want to give you the best in sports coverage and, you know, culture coverage. One thing I need to say going into 2024, I told you before, you do not have time. Time has you. We exist in time, but we don't have time. In other words, we're here in Chronos time, but we don't control Kairos. So everything that we're doing, we need to do with a purpose. We need to do with a will to succeed and to be successful. But I'm gonna tell you something that I noticed, and it's funny. This really happened, and this is how I get spoke to a lot. I opened my door looking because I was expecting a package from Target, and I looked on the outside. Someone had put their garbage on the side of my door, a whole garbage bag and a pizza box. And when I was looking at it, I was like, this is crazy. Look, hey, look, kids out here playing, people out here playing. But I started to think, that's what happens in certain relationships that you're not supposed to have. Certain toxic relationships with people that you're not supposed to be involved in. That's exactly what happened. They'll bring their trash to your door. Now you are expected to deal with it. You're expected to listen to their negative energy. You're expected to listen to them, just unload and just dump all over you. And now when you leave, you have that smell, you have that aroma, you have that energy on you. And now you can't realize, and you don't realize why you feel so heavy and why you feel so down. It comes a time where you have to walk away from certain relationships, and you need to understand why. Because they are energy drain, right? And because you are being drained of your energy, now you don't have the energy you need to fulfill the purpose and the plan and the potential. Because remember, I keep telling you, you do not have time. Time has you. So therefore, if there's a relationship in your life that you feel like every time you open the door, every time you answer the phone, every time that you have some interaction with it, they're leaving trash at your door. You know what I'm saying? Get away. It's not a relationship you need to have. And you shouldn't continue down that road. You strived with that relationship for long enough. 2025 is an opportunity for you to get it right and to walk in your purpose and do the things that you've been called to do. Had to give you a mods moment, one of the last mods moments before the end of the year. I might give you another one, but I appreciate you guys for being here. And that's it, man. Do you guys have anything else?
No, dog. That's all I got to say.
Hey, the Cleveland Cavaliers is 25-4, best record in the NBA. That's it.
We love it. We love it, man. Cleveland is doing their thug thizzle, man. Look, again, Merry Christmas to all. I do got one more thing, you guys. Real quick. We got about 5 minutes. Favorite Christmas movie? Come on. Give it out here. You can give me 2 if you want, but give me your favorite Christmas movie. I will go first. I just watched Trading Places. It's a must watch every year. And Elf. Trading Places and Elf.
That's your 1 and 2?
That's 1 and 2. Oh, no. Friday after next. And then I'm back. That's it.
Dang, you picked all 3. I mean, you was out there just grocery shopping again at other people's houses. But no, so my favorite one is A Christmas Story. The story of Ralphie is just unbelievable. I'll probably watch it on rotation all the time. So that's one of them. The Griswolds, the National Lampoon's Christmas. I watch that on a regular basis. And I watch the cartoon every year. I watch the Charlie Brown Christmas every year because Chuck Schultz, man, was my guy back in the day. So if I got a cartoon, it's the Charlie Brown Christmas. I watch National Lampoon's Christmas, and then of course I watch the Christmas Story with Ralphie. Man, that's my dude, bro.
The Christmas Story is hilarious. Go ahead, take your 2 movies, or give me 3.
Nope. I can't hear you. No, your mic is muted. I think his headphones died.
Yeah. Christmas Story is hilarious. We'll do this. He said Trading Places and Elf. Those are classics, man. Will Ferrell was in his bag with Elves.
Nope.
Brother man to you said no classics. Man, Friday is a classic. I don't know. Friday After Next is a classic. He's like, Tupac, you so gangster. You know what I'm saying? Damon, yeah, that was funny. It's hilarious. Home Alone 1, great one. No, we cannot. I'm not ignoring it. As soon as I can hear you, I'm gonna let you know. Christmas Story, Mr. Woods, he said, hilarious. It is. You'll shoot your eye out. When Ralphie started cussing, bro.
Hey, the new one they did with Ralphie, and like where he's the older person, check that one out. That's pretty good too.
It's not exactly new. It's been done for a while. Polar Express. Danny Lil John said Polar Express, Home Alone. Got it.
Tom Hanks is the Polar Express. That's a good one.
And Claude Bishop said, Tate, you need to stop buying those Dollar Tree headphones.
Man, Claude over there talking cash from the Matrix, bro. He over there talking.
The Polar Express Home Alone 1 and 2. Oh, that's a good one, brother. Man, that's a real classic. Miracle on 42nd. That's a black and white. Totally black and white.
Yeah.
He said, Peanuts Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas, man. I watch that and I watch The Grinch That Stole Christmas. Them is the two cartoons.
Oh, the Grinch.
I watch every year. I don't miss
them. Rudolph, you might want to just check Rudolph. Put that in there.
Hear me now.
We got you.
Yeah.
We got you.
These ain't nothing but AirPods, Claude. These ain't no Dollar Tree headphones.
He said them was from the tree.
Go ahead, take your 2-3 movies.
I don't know that Trading Places is a Christmas movie for one.
It happens during Christmas. It's like Die Hard. Anything that happens during Christmas is a Christmas movie.
I ain't buying it.
Absolutely.
I got to say my favorite of all time is This Christmas.
Oh
really?
Yeah, that's Boss.
Everybody, yeah. I have never watched that movie ever.
Oh, it's Boss.
I just it's about 16, 17 years old now, but
never watched it.
The best Christmas movie, family Christmas movie. My mom and the whole family, we sit down and watch it after Thanksgiving. We didn't do it this year.
Yeah,
I need to get it. I went to it was on Amazon Prime, but I guess because of the holiday season, they wanted me to pay $9.99 to rent it. Like, I ain't renting this movie. I done seen 20 times. But so I ain't watched it this year yet. But yeah,
you might get me to watch it, man. You might get me to watch it.
It's Boss.
I haven't.
That and the Best Man Holiday, classic.
Best Man Holiday is too sad.
Best Man Holiday too, Big G.
Too sad.
But
too sad.
My other favorite Christmas movie, it had to be, Home Alone.
Which one?
Home Alone 1.
Home Alone 1 with the Sticky Bandits?
Yeah, it's been so long since I watched it. I remember the laughter. I don't like stupid movies, but that was funny.
Yeah, no, it was. Like, I think 2 New York would probably be my first one. I like New York better than I do the first Home Alone. But it's one of those.
I can't believe y'all ain't down with the Griswolds, man.
Oh, no, man. Hey, listen, I watched that. That's one of the first ones I watched, but it's not my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Eddie's just too gross, bro. Like, Cousin Eddie's just too gross. The dog.
Hey, man, I got a neighbor. I got a neighbor just like Cousin Eddie, bro. I got a neighbor straight up like Cousin Eddie for real.
He's just too gross. But Clark, hey, listen, Mr. Griswold, Clark is a fool. The Jelly of the Month Club, I cried, man. Listen, I cried so hard. Oh my God.
I like when he slide down the hill, man. That's hilarious. When he slide down the hill, that's hilarious.
And look, have you ever noticed that the pan is still in the trash when they come back to the house?
Yep.
The little slide things in the trash is burnt.
His pants done caught on fire. His legs is on fire. The bottom of the pan is on fire. It's hilarious.
Oh man, Jack Frost is a good one too. Jack Frost is a good one. But thank you guys for being with us, man. We got our time in, and thank you for your input on those movies. I wanted to hear what you really watched. Now this Christmas, I don't know. I just haven't watched it, man. I don't know why. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna do it.
That's like not watching. I like them gloves, Big G. That's like not watching. My director I used to work with for years. He never watched. Remember the Titans.
Oh, that's horrible.
What?
That's horrible.
Horrible that he didn't watch it, or the movie horrible?
That he didn't watch it.
Right. I'm about to say the same thing for you, Mom, for Christmas movies. You ain't watched This Christmas yet.
Man, listen, I don't know why I haven't. I don't know. Jaime said, watch Die Hard now. Jingle all the way. Jingle Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know if I like him in Christmas movies. It was okay.
Well, like,
okay.
Have y'all watched? I'm probably gonna watch it next day or so, maybe even late tonight after the football game if I can't sleep. Y'all watch Red One yet?
Very decent movie.
Yes,
Very
yes.
decent movie.
Yes,
very,
I watched it twice already. It's boss.
Very decent movie. I really, it was a very I enjoyed it. Very decent movie.
Gotta check that out.
Yeah, man. So I'm. Go ahead.
Did you watch that other? Forgot the name of it. It's a black Christmas movie with Omar Epps is in it, and the comedian. And your guy from what's the movies with Danny Glover and police movies? Lethal Weapon. Danny Glover. He played the dad in it.
Nope. I haven't watched.
I ain't seen that.
Oh, that's years old too.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it. Like I said,
He said it's called Almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas. Thank you, Dame Little John. That's it. Mom, this Christmas first, then check out Almost Christmas.
Okay, I got both of them because I've seen Almost Christmas. I think Almost Christmas is on Netflix, and I'll probably try to check that out. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It is what it is on this Christmas. I think I may have avoided it because of Chris Brown. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Chris Brown is great in that movie,
but I need to check it out.
Chris Brown is good. So Idris Elba and the dude, the Delroy Lindo.
Yep.
Delroy is the fool.
And the kid, you ain't see where she take belt to her husband, pour that baby oil on the floor. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the beat down.
And put belt to his behind.
Beat down. She was out there diddying that boy.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And with that, folks, we thank you guys for watching again. We will holler at y'all, man. We are getting up out of here. Peace, love, Merry Christmas, and y'all have a fun-filled holiday.